Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We are out here with Arwen again today. And today I just wanted to talk about buying your first goat. And specifically I want to talk about not rushing into it. Because goats are the absolute worst animal to buy on impulse. It is worse than buying a horse on impulse. Worse than buying a dog on impulse. Goats are you shouldn't buy any animal on impulse. You should always plan. But goats are the worst ones to accidentally buy at a sale or an auction. Okay, absolutely terrible. Impulse buying a goat usually ends terribly. Hi, Tequila. Ignore the chickens behind me. Tequila's not doing anything. She's just standing there. She's not doing anything. She's just standing there. And the chickens are being weird. Anyway, so the worst thing you can do is buy a goat without a plan. It almost always ends badly. Goats require special care, special handling, special feeding that most people are not aware of or prepared for. They're not quite like, even sheep are a little bit easier, but you shouldn't impulse buy a sheep either. So definitely don't impulse buy your goats. Couple of reasons. First of all, their care is a little bit tricky. Second, keeping goats contained is an issue. Why are you under here? 'Cause you're a cutie. So she's just hanging out under there because she's small enough to fit. Anyway, keeping goats contained is a real issue. Okay? So you'll notice that we don't actually contain Arwen. She's often wandering all around the yard. We just gave up. It's because they're a pain in the butt. We had a goat, Gandalf. He got on Shadowfax's back and jumped over a 4-foot fence. Goats are hard to keep contained. Okay? They are hard. So, you really need a plan. You can't just bring a goat home and stick them in your horse pasture and expect them to stay there. So, keeping goats contained is probably the trickiest part. But other things like diet and stuff, that all matters. Okay? It all absolutely matters. So, you need a plan. Because goats are cute, they're funny, they're charming, they're entertaining, and they're absolutely lovely creatures. I will never again not have goats. I love goats, even when they're hiding behind a pole, because I think she thinks no one can see her. Whatever. What's Tequila doing? Just sitting there, being weird. Shadowfax is also being weird. I don't know why she takes exception to you. You didn't do anything. Yeah. Anyway, nobody did anything. Anyway, goats can even be profitable. In addition to being fun and friendly and sweet, they can also be profitable if you do it right. Dog's got burrs in her tail. Yeah. Anyway, not the point. But goats can also be stubborn, grouchy, destructive. Anyone who's had goats knows how destructive they can be. And they can also be mischievous, get into all kinds of trouble. They can be frustrating and exasperating. Okay? They can be all of those things. So, before you go out and get yourself a goat, you need a plan. Do your research. Know what you're getting into. See if you can connect with other people who have goats. See if you can join online groups on Facebook or anywhere else that you're active online. Watch YouTube videos about goats. You need to understand what you're getting yourself into before you get yourself into it. Because though they're a lot of fun and very sweet and coming out to kiss the camera, big kisses, all of those things are true. They're also one of the trickier animals to have on your farm. Okay, so don't go out, grab a baby goat, and call yourself good. You need to do a little bit of research. You need to have the proper fencing, the proper housing. You need to make sure you're getting the right kind of goat for you. So we're going to talk about all these kind of things. We're absolutely going to talk about all these kinds of things. But for now, I just don't want you to go out there and buy a goat without thinking about it. Okay, I want you to make sure that you've thought about it, that you've researched it, that you know what you're doing. Just because it's really important that you fully understand what you're getting yourself into, because goats are tricky. So, hi. It's about to pony now. Hi, pony. Off he goes. Anyway, so it's really important that you do your research before you get yourself a goat. Now, I love goats, and I'll never be without a goat. But you need a plan, okay? So make sure you do your research before you get your sweet little goat, because I do recommend goats on the farm. I do. They're one of my favorite animals on the farm. But do your research before you go out and get one. That's about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. We'll see you tomorrow.